All right, here we are today. Yeah, no, it's good to be here with you. It always is. The few of you that watch these videos, I appreciate. I love you. You're the best. So thank you. So, when you take something over, you ruffle feathers. People they like the way it was, but I had to make some changes in the office here for the Beck Corp, Beck Company. So we cut down the desk here. There were two here before, so I knocked that down to one. And there were, I believe, actually three here, but we got Dwight and this guy. We got these two working. Dwight was out in the field, but we got him back at his office. Or he's back at his office, I guess. And then we got the reception desk. We had the guys move it around a little further back. But you can see we kind of added some space in there. I showed you what it looked like when I converted it over. But it was just a little too congested. And then what I really did, you can see here, if you go back and look at one of the old videos, what it looked like before, this wall here was set back a little bit, and this one was kind of almost there, but the front was on the side over here, and then there was an open area here behind the elevator area. So you can see I moved the doors and I leveled it up with the front of the elevator here. And then the original set had the white bar that went across, so I thought that was kind of perfect. And then you could see the It's Your Birthday. One thing I did do that I had said, it came with brown doors, so I put glass doors in. I like that better. And so we got that. I like the way that is. And then what we have now is we have Michael Scott's office, and we kind of cleaned it up a little bit, but kept the essence of it. But you can see we're going to keep Mike along for sales. Team player. We like him. He's in his office trying to make some sales right now. And then the big change we made here was this had previously been the room that the employees were retrained or trained in. We got that room out of there. We moved the VCR and the TV out in the corner over here so employees can move that around if they need it still. But this guy here came from the Queer package. And I told you we gave him a job working as a liaison, so thought it made sense to give him his own office. So this will be right the floor below Mr. Beck's office, so seemed like a perfect thing. So we, as you can see, we tied these two walls together back here. Instead of having an open space with doors here, we just got rid of all that. And then you can see he's got that there for now. He just moved in, so he didn't really want to put too much in. He's got a desk, computer, cell phone, what he needs. And then you can see the front up here. Got a little wall stuff going on. But we did that. We converted that, made it more sensible. So now this guy's got an office here. And we still got Mike Scott working over here. And then we got these guys doing what they're doing for the company currently. And right here on the elevator top, we're going to get a Beck Company logo to put there in time. So this is what we got. We changed this around and like it better. It's just more roomy, that kind of thing. So, and then also on the outside, there was a window in the middle here, and then there were just the small, see the windows with the blinds? There was like one there and one there. So I got rid of the hole in the middle, and I opened up. I just got rid of those with the blinds, and I put in just regular holes in here, so you can see Mike in there. And I got to find out this guy's name, to be honest with you. But we like the work he's doing for the company. That's what really matters. So you can see most of it's flat tiled on top. Got to get some more as usual. But I really like it. I like the way it is. It makes more sense now. And now this guy's got his own office, which makes more sense as well. So, and then a couple things I wanted to show you. We got the boom extended here. So I got it actually turned around. Had a file cabinet in that space right there. So now I can kind of, one thing I'm going to do, you can see I'm moving it around right now, but one thing I'm going to do is on here, like when you see Lego build modulars, they usually have knobs in the flat. So you can buy flat panels that have knobs in them. So what I'm gonna do is, sorry, it's amazing. You can't get what you, there we go. These. So you see it's a flat panel with a knob sticking out. So I'm gonna have to go through and put some of those in here. So my dad came over today. I said in the video I was having my dad over to look at the stuff, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. But one thing I was showing my dad that absolutely drives me crazy. See this green line right here? And then here? I talked about it on the bottom of this, that I had to clean that up and how much work it was just to do that. So this thing has this green line all the way through, particularly on the front white. There's nothing non-white on there except for that green line. Frustrates the heck out of me. Particularly this one. This one is way heavier than all these other ones. So to get this sideways and fix this green plate right here is huge. That's why I used it. And then this is brown. There it is. This is brown and black. I want it to be dark red. You know, maybe with a little, you can see the, not on that one. You can see on these ones the white kind of comes over. So, you know, have the white come over a little bit, but then this should all be dark red. And this one's actually correct. See how the beige is on the bottom? And then other than the bright red tabs on the bottom, I don't even think I had dark red tabs when I made that. So that kind of stuff, I need to clean that up. And then I want to spin this around. I got to put those knobs in. I get nervous about this moving around when I spin it, like tipping or something. But it is wild being able to move this around. So my mom came with my dad, so it was like, I wanted to show you this. See these plates right here? So down here, you can see I'm putting the road plates in. I'm meeting a guy tomorrow. I'm getting probably the rest of the road plates I need to fill this in. And he's got the Friends set. So I'm going to get the Friends set. Oh, I was looking at that. I'm going to get so much stuff. Couches, tables, chairs. And I'll probably get Chandler and all those guys too. So, plus I got to introduce a couple new minifigs that we're adding to the team. Anyways, my bad. So that brown plate down there, I pulled these off of the bottom of that brown plate. These are inverted 4x6 panels. I went on Lego.com to try to find more of these. I could only find dark gray. These are so freaking awesome. I love these. I love the way that looks with that there. I mean, if it was black, it would be even better. But even having the color, it kind of looks cool, but can't find them yet. But I want to get some more of these. Look at that. I don't know why they were stuck to the bottom of that. Like none of these have something like that. So I got this guy here, this car here, finally got something. I got all these different, I got a box of cars. And then this guy here, I showed you we got the pickup truck. I like the pickup. I'm an F-Series guy. I've owned a bunch of F-250s in my life. I owned an F-350 dual rear axle bucket truck, like the telephone companies use. I used to own one of those. Quite frankly, it was a waste. Could only do so much with it. Here we go. The boom. That's what I really want. But I've said, just makes more sense to lease them. But I love the way that looks. I got it extended up there. I was showing it to my mom. That's awesome. Totally awesome. I've used so many of those. I'm like the boom master, you know. So I love booms. I was telling my dad how excited I was that I owned that. And then I'm actually getting up and moving around. You can see the truck still doing the work. And we got a Lamborghini here. So very excited, you know. But anyway, so Mr. Beck's office, I'm kind of hung up on this right now. I'm actually hung up on a lot of things. So I'm waiting for that package with the light up bricks to come in for the office. And then tomorrow I'm going to pick up that Central Perk and get some stuff out of there. So my old man took a look at this. He started pulling wires and doing different stuff. He had at one point told me he got it going forward and backwards. I wondered if turning these had anything to do with it, and he said that he could get it to change off of that, but it just wasn't consistent, and I don't want to have to turn these to get it to, it's going to be enclosed, you know. So tomorrow I'm going to go and see if I can find a excuse me, sorry about that. I'm going to go tomorrow and see if I can get a better motor situation, and hopefully a smaller one that we can fit into there. And I did find more of the rollers. I just didn't get to a point of putting them on, but I did find more of those. So so we are hung up. I can't do anything with this floor until we figure this out. And then this is the base to the extension, the top floor. So, you know, we're hung up on, you know, we can't do anything there. And then we're hung up here waiting for the Luma brick or whatever, you know. And this is going here, you know. But I did resort the office, you know, so we can start doing business for the Beck company, you know. And like I said, I'm going to put something on there. I'm looking forward to that. Got to get the computer going again. And I got Michael's office cleaned up. And then we got this guy, he got his office. So excited about all that. And that's what we got for today. God bless you. You know what? If you watch these shows, these videos, you're the best. I really appreciate you. And God bless America.